66 million years ago, Earth faced its darkest day. In an instant, an asteroid changed the fate of almost every creature. Before that moment, dinosaurs ruled the land during their final hours, and yet none of them knew extinction was only minutes away. Then, the sky exploded above the Yucatan Peninsula. The explosion released unimaginable destructive energy. Consequently, across Earth, giant fires soon consumed entire forests. As a result, ash and dust blocked sunlight for many months. Because of this, plants died and food chains collapsed everywhere. Indeed, most life near the surface faced catastrophe. For years, scientists once assumed everything suffered equally. But far below, another world remained hidden. After all, sunlight never reached those abyssal ecosystems anyway. Therefore, life there followed completely different rules. In fact, some ancient monsters barely mattered. The deep ocean had always been a realm of darkness. Even before the impact, sunlight never reached these depths. So while surface life depended on sunlight, abyssal life did not. Instead, entire ecosystems thrived around underwater volcanic vents. These vents provided heat and chemical energy instead. This is why the asteroid changed the surface far more than the abyss. Indeed, shockwaves weakened long before reaching the deepest trenches. Thus, many deep creatures barely noticed the catastrophe above. Clearly, the apocalypse looked very different beneath the waves. After all, some species had survived disasters long before the dinosaurs. Crucially, evolution had already prepared them for harsh conditions. In fact, one survivor lineage had existed for hundreds of millions of years. Meanwhile, others lived hidden inside the deepest ocean trenches. Through it all, their world remained cold, dark, and strangely stable, and that stability became their greatest advantage. Among the survivors were creatures older than the dinosaurs themselves. In fact, some lineages had already endured multiple mass extinctions. For instance, one remarkable survivor was the ancient nautilus. Its ancestors appeared hundreds of millions of years earlier, and their simple design proved incredibly resilient through time. Another survivor belonged to the shark family tree. Sharks had already dominated oceans for millions of years. So naturally, many shark species survived when countless others disappeared. In this context, their adaptable diets became a powerful advantage, proving that flexibility often matters more than raw strength. Meanwhile, strange hagfish also endured the ancient catastrophe. Remarkably, these bizarre creatures have changed very little since. Because of this, some scientists call them living evolutionary fossils. It seems survival favored simplicity more than spectacular adaptations. And some survivors were even stranger than sharks. For example, one survivor lineage remained hidden for millions of years. The ancestors of giant squid were already ancient. However, soft bodies rarely become fossils, hiding their history. Because they were so deep, some deep predators may never have noticed the impact. Another remarkable survivor belonged to the coelacanth lineage. Remarkably, scientists once believed these fish were completely extinct, yet their ancestors survived the dinosaur apocalypse. This was because their environment changed far less than the surface. Similarly, deep-sea crustaceans also weathered the catastrophe. Many fed on whatever organic matter reached them, and their strategy worked long before the asteroid arrived. Meanwhile, bioluminescent predators hunted in perpetual darkness. They evolved for a world without sunlight. That is why the impact mainly devastated life near the surface. For abyssal creatures, darkness was nothing new. But survival still required extraordinary luck, especially when food supplies became the greatest challenge. Sadly, many species disappeared despite their deep refuge.
In the end, only the most adaptable creatures endured. In this crisis, hydrothermal vents became islands of stability. These strange ecosystems depended on chemistry, not sunlight. That independence became a powerful advantage, allowing life to persist even while Earth above collapsed. Consequently, some lineages would outlive nearly everything else, and their descendants still inhabit modern oceans today. Truly, the abyss became a vault preserving ancient designs. As a result, evolution slowed within those isolated environments.
This explains why some animals changed surprisingly little over time. They became living echoes of forgotten worlds. Their story reveals how the abyss protected life. Depth itself acted like a shield against catastrophe. The deepest waters changed far more slowly. Extreme pressure created remarkably stable environments. In fact, temperature remained nearly constant throughout the disaster, while in stark contrast, surface ecosystems experienced far greater chaos. Yet food became scarce even for deep-sea survivors. Most abyssal life depended on falling marine snow. This meant that dead organisms above became food below. So scavengers thrived on the remains of catastrophe. But some ecosystems relied on something even stranger. Hydrothermal vents generated energy without sunlight. Life here depended on chemistry instead of photosynthesis. Scientists call this remarkable process chemosynthesis. These underwater oases remained active during extinction.
And they helped preserve ancient lineages for millions.
Some descendants of those survivors still swim today. The coelacanth became one of science's greatest surprises. Scientists believed it vanished with the dinosaurs. Then, living specimens were discovered in 1938. Its body had changed remarkably little over time. Sharks also preserved many ancient characteristics. The six-gill shark resembles ancient ocean hunters. Another strange survivor is the frilled shark. Its appearance resembles something from another age. Even the nautilus remains largely unchanged. Its ancestors witnessed multiple mass extinctions. Some deep creatures seem almost frozen in time. One bizarre example is the vampire squid. Despite its name, it feeds on marine debris. The modern abyss still preserves ancient worlds. Reflection: evolution slowed dramatically in the deep ocean. Change happened far more slowly than above. Isolation protected species from constant environmental pressure. Stable environments often reward consistency over innovation. Primitive does not mean inferior or outdated. Survival itself is evolution's greatest success. Dinosaurs disappeared, but sharks endured the catastrophe. Adaptability mattered more than sheer dominance. Fast evolution can sometimes become a disadvantage. Ancient designs proved astonishingly efficient. Nature rarely changes what already works. The abyss became a museum of Earth's past. Some creatures seem trapped between different ages. Their ancestors witnessed unimaginable planetary disasters, and their descendants still inhabit our oceans today.
Even today, the deep ocean remains largely unexplored. Some regions are more mysterious than distant planets. Unknown species may still inhabit those depths. Scientists discover remarkable animals almost every year. One example is the giant isopod. It resembles a relic from prehistoric times. Bioluminescent forests illuminate parts of the abyss. Entire ecosystems thrive beyond the reach of sunlight. These environments resemble forgotten prehistoric worlds.
Some animals have barely changed for millions of years. Modern expeditions reveal only tiny fragments below. The abyss hides secrets beyond human imagination. Perhaps entire branches of life remain undiscovered. The ocean may be Earth's greatest time capsule, and its oldest inhabitants still swim among us. 66 million years later, the story still continues. The asteroid changed life, but not everything. Entire worlds escaped destruction beneath the waves. Some descendants still carry designs older than dinosaurs. Their ancestors witnessed one of Earth's darkest chapters. Perhaps the deep ocean remembers what we forgot. The abyss remains one of Earth's final frontiers. Countless secrets may still wait below us. In many ways, prehistoric Earth never truly vanished. It simply retreated into the darkness below.
To understand this reality, we must look closer at "This is why deep-sea creatures barely noticed the dinosaur extinction," and the reality behind the living fossil scientists thought was extinct. It is the secrets of how sharks survived the asteroid, the dark truths of the strange world around hydrothermal vents, revealing why the vampire squid is not what you think. This is exactly why the deep ocean is a time capsule, guarding the ancient monster still swimming today. Because, as we now know, more people visited the moon than these ocean depths. A stark reminder of why primitive does not mean inferior. Leaving only one final question. What if prehistoric Earth never truly disappeared?